Classic mirror check.
Alright, so I just want to do a video, hopefully quickish, it's probably not going to be that quick though, about the future of this channel. I always get these real strong itches to want to get back into doing videos. My primary has always been, you know, moto vlog videos and stuff like that. But I've always been interested in doing car videos, you know, DIY project type stuff, and kind of cool to be able to introduce that. Another big part of my life is I do app and game development, but I'm gonna try to keep those things separated because I don't want that high of a variety of content on my channel, just so it's got like a focus. You do that kind of much random shit back and forth, it's hard to hold an audience. So these days, you know, when I first started the channel, I was broke as shit. I had no money, so working on things and doing things was pretty challenging. I'd have to save for weeks at a time to even get the parts that I would need to do something. So hopefully, with my current financial situation, with my app development and stuff like that, that I'm able to bring in the money to actually buy parts to do the project, stuff like that. But I got a bunch of different projects I want to focus on. Like I got more stuff to the Charger that I want to do, and then got a couple bike projects, and then a couple other vehicle projects. So I'd like to do those and do kind of videos on that. But of course, it's always about time. A good example is back in 2018 when I was really wanting to get back into doing this. So, you know, now 3 years from now, we had a trip planned up to Tail the Dragon and the surrounding areas, and I thought that'd be a great time to get a bunch of footage, do videos, and get them up there and get back into doing it. So I got a bunch of videos while we're up there, and I uploaded a couple of them. But basically what happened was the day that we're checking out at the resort, the guy up front asked, so where are you guys from? We're east side of the state, East North Carolina. And he goes, oh, so what's you guys ready for the hurricane? Like, what hurricane? Come to find out that there was this big Category 4 storm rolling in called Hurricane Florence. So we had like a day and a half, 2 days, I think it was, to get our stuff together, and there was very limited supplies. Basically, everyone had bought everything out. Basically, get that, you know, get ourselves ready for the hurricane, and overall, we did fine. We were stranded on a little island because all the rivers around us had rose and flooded the roads where you couldn't pass through, even if like a fairly large lifted truck like our blue one. We had minimal damage, just water in the crawl space that damaged some of our ductwork, and I think we had a single shingle tab come off. Nothing bad for us. But the whole area though got it pretty bad because all the rivers did in fact flood. Like, you're talking thousands of people's houses underwater. Some people still 3 days later are not 3 years later are still not even in their homes. Reason bringing up this point is we got slammed at work. So I do HVAC for a living, and all of the, like, I mean, it was just a lot. So I went from, you know, working my usual like 50 hours a week to working 60, 70 hours a week. So we had just so much work. Like, everyone was working the weekends, and my company was fairly decent. It was all voluntary, like no one had to, but I got a chance to make a bunch of money. And at this point, we were still not as well off as I am now, because my app stuff had really taken off like it is right now. But you know, it was I could use the money, so I was so swamped with work. There was no way I had any kind of time to, you know, work on videos. And then a few months later, so that was September, end of December going to the beginning of January, we find out we're pregnant finally. And so we we had traded our white V6 Charger in for a 2018 SRT, or SRT, but an RT Scat Pack, which I have the intro video of the channel set to now. I did a mid-muffler delete on it, but we had just bought that, and then like a week later found out that we're finally pregnant with our son, who was born in September. So I was still working pretty heavily during that time frame. Yeah, most of 2019 I was putting in 65 plus hours a week, so a lot of work. Should detour. Got a few minutes to spare. Bouncy. So then, even during COVID, so last year, we stayed busy the whole way through. Like there was no real time off. There was a handful of times it was slightly slower, but overall, it was not. You know, it's not like we just stopped working. We were given our little what's the word that they were using? Essential worker waivers, and get to work. So we stayed real busy through that too. So I just been busy. And with my son, you know, I don't get as much time to ride the bike. Lauren doesn't get as much time to ride the bike. So pretty much it's every day we're in a car or the truck. And for a year straight, we're pretty much exclusively used the truck. Because we drop my son off at my mom's house every morning, and her driveway's, there's this, I'll link a video up here. her driveway's pretty rough. So the car, which is lower, can't handle that kind of it can handle it, but it's got water in it, the car would be submerged, and I don't want to take the chance of burying the car, and so we just use the truck. But that's the point. So don't really get a whole lot of time. So what my focus is now is on Thursdays, Lauren's usually off, so she gets you know, she usually has Ivan with her. Sometimes she'll take him to daycare, because now we got him in daycare. And swing over here right on the water. Look at that. That's pretty. So Thursdays, which is today, I am capable of riding the bike. So I'm gonna force myself to have to do it. And then on the weekends, that'll be like, I work Sundays usually, but the rest of the, you know, like Saturdays, I don't work Saturdays, so I can take those days to 100% force myself to have to edit videos. I'm hoping for at least once a month would be ideal, so I could at least get back into it more consistently. But I like to have it at least every 2 weeks, have a video up. But I'm gonna keep the development, the app and game development stuff separate. My Instagram will be dedicated to the YouTube type stuff, which would be, you know, cars, trucks, the bikes, things like that. And my Twitter is going to be exclusive to the development stuff. I still upload the videos from my game dev stuff to this channel, but I keep them all unlisted. Maybe I'll make like a playlist. I'm not sure how that works on YouTube. If I can make a playlist of unlisted videos and people can still see that if it's in a playlist. That way it doesn't have to be in the main listing, but they're still visible there. But I don't really make too many of them out there. Most of them are just internal. And we're off. Open this back up. This thing, look at this bump. This bump's insane in a car. So I just want to park up front. I don't know why I came over here. It was Jim. So that's basically the idea. Is I'm gonna get into doing some project videos. So I've done tons of projects throughout the years and not really shared too much on YouTube itself. Facebook all over the place, but not really so much on YouTube. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing a variety of car, truck, rebuild type videos and motorcycle stuff. That's that.